All right, guys. So today, out here on a small little 5-acre permission property, going to be doing a switchgrass strip up along the road here. You can see right over my shoulder, this was sprayed about 2.5 weeks ago. I came in about 6 weeks ago and rototilled it because it was so thick with thatch. I needed to loosen it up before trying to get switchgrass in here. So I got some RC Big Rock switchgrass from Double Tine Innovations. Going to be installing some of that right there. Then on the other side of this little stretch of timber, I'll be doing a strip of Eagle soybeans, a little bit of Double Tine Triple P perennial food plot, which is clover mostly, with I think there's some alfalfa in there, and also going to do 2 strips of switchgrass. Right over my shoulder here, this will be a strip of switchgrass that goes along the driveway that goes back to the homeowner's house. And then behind me here, and I'm kind of walking through it, this is mostly going to be soybeans. There's not a very high deer density in this area, so we think we can get away with soybeans. This is an extremely small plot. There is a good chance that the deer will decimate it, or I mean groundhogs or something else could even come in here and do some damage on something this small. They got a decent amount of turkey population that's all of a sudden starting to come in. So worst case scenario, we'll come back in here in August, turn this over, get some kind of bulb blend in the ground. Also, there is the water hole with the mock scrape vine branch, and going to be planting clover around the water hole, about a 10-foot radius around the water hole. There are going to be soybeans going up that way, and then down here at this end towards the neighbors, that will be another screening of RC Big Rock switchgrass. So definitely excited. Thought about bringing the 2-row planter into this location for the beans, but with it being such a small area, just going to broadcast it and till it in. About a half hour later, got all this planted. Got the 2 strips of RC Big Rock planted at each end of the soybeans. Got the clover around the water hole. Got that installed. Lightly tilled in the soybeans since I just broadcasted them by hand. Like I said, such a tight, narrow strip here. Didn't really feel like getting the 2-row planter out and being a lot of work. Plus, I did plant it considerably thicker than what would have been recommended with a 2-row to begin with, just because I'm expecting some browsing from the wildlife. And like I said, pretty good chance, 50-50 at least, that this is not going to work and keep us going for the fall. But he does have a lower deer numbers in this area, and I'd like to try and get them drawn in. We did a lot of work in here this winter. Did a lot of TSI, cut down a lot of trees, let some more sunlight in, cut a bedding area in the one spot. Kind of limited, don't have a lot you can do on 5 acres, but it buds up to, got a lot of ground in this area. And really excited about that water hole and scrape combo. And if you look over my shoulder, I think that's the tree right back there tucked in. There's a ladder stand, maybe 30 yards off this water hole, and just an absolute dynamite location. Had some deer in this area the last few years. I haven't hunted it. I've just been monitoring it, seeing what comes through. We've actually had a couple nice bucks in here over the last couple years, but no daylight for the nice bucks, that is. Hoping that we can change that with the improvements that have been implemented this winter, and now going into early summer. It's the first week of June now here in southern Michigan. So got the strip of RC Big Rock out in the front, lightly, and I mean lightly, tilled that in. That is an extremely small seed compared to like a cave and rock switchgrass that I have a lot of experience with. I mean, it's maybe half or more the size of that cave and rock. So very lightly tilted in. I mean, a lot of it's still exposed, but just, you know, try to get it 1/4 inch down just to help the germination. So hopefully we'll have a summer update for you guys at the end of summer on this plot, probably in August, when we find out whether or not we need to abandon ship on this soybean plot and possibly do a bulb mix from Double Time Innovations. Thank you for watching another episode of Midwest Mindset. If you'd like to, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe to the channels, whether you're on YouTube or watching on Carbon TV. Forward it, send it to your friends that love this information. Trying to get as many eyes on it as possible. Thanks.